Hello, everybody. My name is Ethan Lader. I'm the co-writer and director of a film named Tadpole. Tadpole is a horror film slash dark comedy. It's a coming-of-age film, and it's also a revenge story. The story's about an outcast named Val, and she's been tormented in everybody in her small town. And one day she discovers a carnivorous tadpole and starts feeding her tormentors to her newfound pet. But as she starts to get deeper into her revenge, it starts to challenge who she really is as a person on the inside. And she starts to lose who she was in the beginning when she's starting to combat all her tormentors.
Why does she want revenge from these people?
Well, the people are, there's a range of different people in her town, but they're all abusing her. They're all causing trauma, whether it's physical, whether it's verbal, bullies in school, family members, even the principal, the sheriff of the town. And so she doesn't have any friends and she's really isolated. And when she makes this connection with this tadpole, it gives her a sense of power, it gives her a sense of companionship. And she's not experienced with those relationships. So her first initial reaction is to eye for an eye, is to seek revenge.
Yes.
But as she gets deeper into it, she starts to question her actions.
Okay, and does she learn that revenge perhaps isn't the answer, or?
The way that we present the story is that some of it is left up to the audience.
Okay.
And it's up to the viewer to decide what is right, what is wrong. We don't want to really be like, this is this and this is that. I really want people to experience the film and make their own judgments as to what they connect with. When it comes to our main character, she's definitely left in a situation at the end with a question. What direction do I go? Do I keep doing what I'm doing? Or do I try and start a new friendship, a new relationship, and make some changes?
I always think the best revenge is kill with sweetness.
Kill with sweetness. Kill with kindness, kill with sweetness. Yeah, film.
Did you dream this story, or how did you come up with the tadpole?
So my film that I really grew up on that influenced me a lot was E.T.
Oh,
And I was very connected to the emotional relationship of this young boy with this fantastical creature. And there's a lot of films, a lot of directors from Steven Spielberg to Guillermo del Toro, where you see this fantasy world that's based in reality. And that's always appealed to me.
Yeah.
To me, Tadpole also represents friendship. It also represents the idea of a pet. And so I'm very close to the pets that we've had. We're dog owners. And especially in America, a lot of people sometimes value the relationship they have with their pet more than other people.
Yeah.
And we start to see how that sort of gets pushed to new heights in this film as well. So the idea of using a fantastical approach, basing it in reality, and also pushing something that has some edge.
Yes.
Let's do it in a horror format a horror genre that also has a comedic tone to it as well.
I presume you had a tadpole with you on set at all times?
We had a mixture. So we never actually had a live tadpole, but we had a kind of back to my foundation as a filmmaker. A lot of the work I've done combines practical effects with visual effects. So I've done a lot of music videos with Bruno Mars, Mariah Carey, and a lot of those and commercials balance those two. So when we did this film, when you see the tadpole, sometimes it's actually like a puppet, and sometimes it's visual effects. And our goal, and my goal as a filmmaker, is to really blend it so that the viewer is just wrapped up into this world and really just feels like there's something real and tangible.
What was the casting process like?
So we did a first round of casting, and we're very blessed and fortunate to find Val. Val is the name of our main character, and the actress's name actually is Valerie. And she was amazing, and it was sort of the universe putting in front of us and us as producers deciding, was this where we're going? It was like, yeah, let's do this. And she really embodied the character and had been through similar things that she could pull on in her life experiences. And then from there, we worked with our casting director, Candido, and she handpicked some more experienced and well-known actors. Norma Maldonado has been in a lot of television work, as well as David, who plays the sheriff in the film. So there's this, we're hitting on a range of a different cast. There's actually identical twins in the film. The Clements twins, which are the most recognized twins on social media, have like millions of followers. So it's a mixture of kind of bringing a talented cast together that really was passionate about the story.
Well, what's your methodology of getting what you want, or in terms of emotion, out of your actors?
I think it's about giving them context. When I work with an actor, it's about us talking about who this person is. What have they been through? What's happened off the page? What's happened off the story? So that we get into, because those motivations will drive the performance. And then when we're in it, really setting the stage as to what those relationships are. And making sure, I think most important is that it feels organic, it feels authentic, and that, it's a collaboration. Filmmaking, to me, I call it a film family, and it's a collaboration with the talent of what are you feeling, how are we doing it, and in the moment, finding the nuances to really make it something special.
It's a meeting of so many brilliant minds.
Yeah, it's sometimes you've heard like the director is like the captain of the ship, and I think you're guiding the ship, but you're also taking in all the information from your producers, from your DP, from your talent. What's happening with the weather? Exactly. How do things change in the moment? Problem solving, finding creative solutions, and keeping intact that spark as to why I wanted to make this film, and making sure that that is always in the forefront when I'm making the decisions.
Yes.
So whatever it was that spark to make this film, the decisions and the guiding that we're doing is leading us there.
Did everything go to plan? Were there any happy mistakes sometimes?
There's always happy mistakes.
I know.
Yeah, filmmaking is always about happy mistakes. This was a pretty smooth shoot, though, I will say. There was a lot of pre-pro that went into it, a lot of planning that went into it. So I was very fortunate and grateful to have an amazing team on such an indie project.
Yeah.
And there were definitely some happy mistakes. I love happy mistakes or happy accidents. Like the things you don't plan for are the ones that you're like, ooh, let's do that again. Yeah. And like all of a sudden it's worked into the story. So definitely.
Did you film in the US?
We did. We filmed in LA and outside of LA. We have some great locations in this short film. We shot out in the desert in this motorhome.
Amazing.
We shot out at this quarry in the middle of the desert, this water, body of water in the middle of the desert, at a school. Trying to think. Those are kind of our main hits. But when you watch the film, I think it's really striking about how like you're in a school environment, all of a sudden you're like in the middle of nowhere in the desert. Cool. So it's cool. We really bring people into the world.
Did you envision the desert?
Oh yeah. That was so not to give too much away, but Val lives with her grandma, and her grandma is very resentful of her. And her grandma lives in a motorhome in the desert. So if you can imagine creating heightened tension, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
And there's one motorhome, and there's our main character with her really mean grandma. And so you're in a tight space in the middle of nowhere. And so we're building on those heightened emotions and heightened tension in just the setting in itself.
And the heat as well. So oppressive.
Oh yeah, all of it. Yeah. And that's part of the story too, where she doesn't want to leave the motorhome and the grandma's pushing her out, and the heat definitely plays a part in the terrain, and the heat plays a part in the film as well.
In terms of the music, the score, and the sound design, what did you envision for that?
The sound design is a mixture of, I think, like throwback synths. We use a lot of like synth and sound design, as well as it's really hauntingly empty, purposely. When the music hits, I think it's for a really important moment. Actually, our main character, Valerie in real life, is a lead singer in an all-girl punk rock band. And so they made an original song for it that's just about like anger and aggression and standing up for yourself. And then for the credit sequence, we actually licensed Love is Strange, which is a classic song. And it really gives a nice little like cherry on top at the end in terms of where the film is going to lead you.